From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes MoonPie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes MoonPie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. Beyond the quest where the stories grow, faith, fun, and games in the world we know. Future calls and the table is set. Take the leap, our best quest yet. Sometimes MoonPie. From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and taco as your guide. first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Be on the quest where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat.
The following episode of Beyond the Quest is recorded live and is presented unedited. That means you're hearing it exactly as it happens, raw, real, and in the moment. As such, you may encounter raw and unfiltered moments, technical hiccups, or spontaneous conversations. You're going to hear from real-life first responders and people of the Christian faith. The views and opinions expressed by the host and guest are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of our sponsors, partners, or Slim Chance Gaming. Listener discretion is advised, and we thank you for joining us on this journey. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Whee!
Good morning, y'all.
Hello. I see ninjas and Mander have made it. This is a special episode because you get mediocre napkins.
Yeah, we're having all kinds of technical trouble this morning. Apparently, there's power outages everywhere, so we didn't want to cancel for 2 weeks in a row. This may be a
Aliens.
this may be a relatively short episode. Just depends on what all we can find to talk about. But you got me and the infamous mediocre MoonPie.
Mediocre. I finally got to play on a stream with McMedic. That was fun.
I seen the post, but I didn't actually get to tune in and watch it any. What'd you all play?
We played Call of Duty. We played Prop Hunt, which I think you would really enjoy.
Oh yeah, I used to love some Prop Hunt. No, the fly's not dead.
I seen it fly by. See, your camera is so clear. I seen that little fly just go.
Yeah, so I was gonna go with the cheap internet, and I went with the bundle. I went with. So for those who don't know, I moved. I'm no longer living with my parents. I'm out on my own, and I moved closer to work. So I'm in Pike County, and I did some exploring of the neighborhood. There is a sheriff deputy that lives like 3 houses down, but the house immediately like that connects to my driveway is well, if anybody's living in it, they're not good people, if you catch my drift. So
Maybe they're not living there.
I was like, I'm gonna see what kind of bundles I can get, and they offered me a security bundle, but the internet package was like 250 megs, but it was like $101 a month, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't need much. So I go with that package, and then they call me and they're like, hey, we noticed that the road you live on, we actually just got our fiber service up there. So we can offer you 1 gig internet with our fiber service instead of our cable service. You still get the security and everything, and it would be an extra $15 a month. And I was like, sign me up. So now I have 1 gig internet, and the camera doesn't struggle as bad.
Doesn't struggle at all. It's like watching you in 4K or 8K or whatever the K it is.
Whatever the K.
It's like, have you ever watched, like you'll be watching on a really nice television, an older show or something, and it looks like the people are moving all funny because it's so
high quality. Yeah.
That's kind of how you look right now as you're spinning. It almost looks like your background is a green screen.
It's not. This is the house.
I didn't really move. This is just my green screen.
I took a green screen of a 80s model trailer and put it as my background.
I wanted to be green screened into Meemaw's house.
It does kind of look like a Meemaw's house, especially with my heated blanket over my
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That looks like an old lady's little sitting spot. It kind of looks like a mammal's house, to be honest with you.
Right. Well, this
And see,
entire house, there's not an ounce of drywall in this whole house. It's nothing but paneling.
that's pretty sweet. You're sure to get a lady with that joke.
It's like
I don't know what to tell you.
it's like walking in and getting a hug, you know?
Walk in. Oh, my house loves you. See, even Ninja said you look extra crisp this morning. He agrees. Crisp.
Crisp. I like that word.
Commander says we have internets now. Hey. Hooey, hooey.
Look at you all moving up in the world.
Right. Still mediocre.
Still mediocre, though. It's mediocre internet at best.
Yes.
Let's not get crazy.
Not great. It's just okay. I wonder what. I'm gonna do a speed test real quick and see what my.
I don't know if I would recommend that while you are live.
Why? It's gonna make a problem.
It's gonna draw all your internet to do that speed.
Oh, let's not do that. I'll just disappear all of a sudden. Taco.
I can see him, but I cannot hear him.
Kind of looks like. Look at his beard. Gosh. And all Arabic over there.
What's up, Angry Vet Nation? Thanks for joining us. So how's your services going?
Oh wait, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to AVN. They're going good. So we have been in Florida since the last week of June. And at the first revival we were at, there were a bunch of young people that got saved. And there's actually a few of these kids who they're kind of in a rough situation. They found their mom unalived. They walked in and found her unalived from overdose, and so they're living with their uncle, which is the pastor of the church, and but they really just poured their hearts out to the Lord, and it really seems like that God's really helped them and uplift them through that. And so that was pretty cool. Then we went and did a youth revival at another church where we seen a bunch of young people come to the altars every night. And honestly, I thought that one could have extended, but if the pastor doesn't say anything, I don't push it. And then we are in a revival right now in Orlando. We just started it yesterday. Yesterday's service was really good, and then they fed us afterwards. So I'll keep you posted on how the rest of the week goes. Taco, I'm impressed with the beard.
I'm impressed by the fact that I'm getting away with this with work.
I mean, it looks really good. It's getting nice and long, and you kind of look like Scar.
So, my, I guess, way of rebelling at work about the fact that they try to limit our facial hair was to start growing the bottom of the goatee out and just letting it grow longer. And about a month ago, I decided, you know what? I'll keep it trimmed on the sides, but I'm tired of shaving it all the time. And I've just kind of started pushing my luck and testing to see how far I can get with that. And they've not said anything, so I'm surprised, and I keep going for it.
Oh, I say let it grow.
Let it grow, let it grow.
Let it die, let it die.
Let it shrivel up and die.
What? Come on!
Come on, everybody. Nope.
I just heard that from the distance. Okay, so I have a question. Did you guys see the video that Jim Caldwell, the weather guy, shared yesterday? When he posted it and he said, I thought I knew everything there is to know about weather, but I can honestly say I have no idea what this is. Amanda's actually the one that sent me the video, and it looks like it's in the middle of this really horrible storm, and you see these two very prominent little clouds, and it was almost like watching Nimbus come flying in from Dragon Ball. And as it was coming in, to me, it almost looked like two drones that were disguised as clouds, like very obviously drones disguised. That's what I took it as. But they're like flying all around in this really horrible storm. You guys see that?
I did not.
Very interesting.
Napkins, you're so blurry.
Oh, there he is. Blurry no more.
Serious question. Did everyone see the Jumbotron affair?
I did.
Yes.
What
Kinda
makes
did. Like,
what-
I didn't know that's what it was, but I kept seeing that actual image shared everywhere.
what cracks me up? So you have to watch the original video of the concert because the lead singer of Coldplay
Calls
says,
them out.
"Yeah," he said, okay, they're either having an affair or they're extremely shy." And then the next day it goes viral because they were having an affair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just seen a thing just this morning when we were waiting on the server to get back online. I was watching like a little video, and apparently the whole thing. So the guy was having the affair with the head of his HR, but I guess his wife has known about this. Lady in the video, when they drop down and hide, there's a lady that's like smiling super big as she's leaned up against the thing. Apparently that's a former employee or something who knew the wife, and I guess her and the wife went in together and even contacted like the cameraman, and somehow supposedly the wife had it all set up with Coldplay to get them caught on the Jumbotron to out his affair.
That is genius.
Yes.
Have you seen that even all these sporting teams and stuff, they've changed their kiss cam to where it says Coldplay cam and everybody is reenacting the moment.
My favorite was the Phillies mascots.
Yes. That one was good.
I haven't seen any of that.
There's one of them that it's two like hardcore biker dudes and they're doing the hug.
I've seen a bunch of the memes. Like I saw somebody had used AI to make one of Fozzie the Bear and Miss Piggy instead of Kermit. And then I seen one. It was Luke and Leia instead of Han Solo.
There's
Which
one.
For Star Wars fans is even funnier because it's always been the "you kissed your brother" thing.
There's one too that's Raj and what is her name from Big Bang Theory? It's the
Bernadette.
Yeah, it's them two doing the hug.
Oh my gosh. I can't help but wonder, it blew up so quick. I wonder, is it a distraction from something else? It's a distraction from aliens.
It's all a conspiracy.
No, I thought it's always horrible when somebody desecrates the sanctity of marriage, but it's always wonderful when they get caught.
Speaking of which, have you heard? And this is just something I haven't actually done any research on it, so it could be not accurate at all.
This is actually one big lie.
But this is something that they were actually talking about because we were talking about the Coldplay thing, and supposedly there is somebody in Congress who is proposing a bill to make it a federal law that if somebody commits adultery in a marriage and you have hardcore proof that they have committed adultery, then you automatically get whatever you ask for in the divorce. And they can
What?
and they could stand
That would be
for
sweet.
they could stand for jail time.
So
They're bringing
basically,
stones back.
I kind of like that idea too, Mander. Okay, what? So the bill would be to punish.
The cheater. The cheater would get jail time, and like I said, I haven't actually Googled it to see if it's real.
I'm checking it right now.
Now, see, what they ought to do is combine, the walk of shame from Game of Thrones with the scene from The Princess Bride. So, if there's hardcore evidence in the courtroom, somebody dressed like the old witch from The Princess Bride just comes out screaming, "Liar!" and chases them around the courtroom for like 10 minutes.
Apparently, Michigan, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin already consider it a felony to commit adultery.
Nice. Oh yeah, and apparently Florida classifies living in open adultery as a second-degree misdemeanor and is punishable by 60 days in jail and a $500 fine. And New York's just trying to make it legal. Okay.
Why does that not surprise me?
We're going the opposite way. Opposite way.
Yeah, in Wisconsin,
Secretly led by Mormons.
it is a class 1 felony for a married person to have sexual intercourse with a person not married, not the married person's spouse, or a person who has relations with a person who is married to another. So both the cheaters
Get them both.
could be found of a class 1 felony.
Nice. Bringing morals back. Some people don't like that, but it's usually the cheaters, so whatever. Bring on the hate mail.
And in North Carolina, their adultery law is still technically on the books, but was found unconstitutional. So they were basically like, it's unconstitutional, but we're not changing it.
Cue the banjo music.
North Carolina was really clinging to that. The South will rise again.
So apparently Disney is building some kind of living community in North Carolina. Yeah.
What is the deal? I haven't actually researched this either, but what is the deal? Everybody, I've seen a bunch of people talking about it, and you're in Florida, so you might know. What is the deal with everybody talking about Disney's new animatronics that they're using at the park?
Okay, so that's actually in California, but they unveiled the first ever fully animatronic version of Walt Disney. Only it kind of doesn't really look like him. I mean, it looks like they squashed his face and added 30 pounds to him. But the thing gets up and walks around the stage during the little show, and what it does is he's explaining basically how Disney came to be, talking about his dreams and aspirations and how he didn't give up and all this. But he, at one point, it's sitting on a table and it stands up and starts walking around the stage, and it's kind of wild to watch.
Have they never seen the movie I, Robot? Because I feel like that's how I, Robot gets started.
So it's been a thing for years and years
going
now.
Around beating people up, robot form.
It's been a thing with the Disney parks for years and years now that the Imagineers made the most lifelike animatronics they could for the Hall of Presidents stuff and the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and stuff. And it's one of Disney's descendants who is strongly against it and keeps trying to file lawsuits against them over it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
they her mom refused to let them do it originally, and her
Speaking
mom passed
of
away a couple of years ago, and the Disney Corporation went ahead and did it.
speaking of some crazy things that's happened as far as big places, did you guys hear about the lady that almost got away with stealing Graceway? Elvis's.
Yes,
Graceland?
yes, I did.
Yeah. Did
Like
you hear
stole,
about that?
went online and stole the mortgage or something like
Yeah, she
that.
went
Yeah.
online. She went online. So basically, I didn't know that it worked this way, but you can go to like any clerk's office and provide any kind of phony document and file a lien on a property.
That's insane.
And
Like I could just go to the clerk's office and file a lien on whatever.
yeah, pretty much. And so she done this. She went and filed a lien on Graceland, and then
Who thinks of that?
took it to court. It was like they haven't paid me back for this lien, and it was the last court date whenever one of the actual heirs of Graceland got wind of it, showed up at court and was like, we never gave her any money. Like that never happened. And they threw it all out, and then she got charged. But she was literally like one court date away from owning it all.
That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Did you guys see? Did you see where apparently the Trump administration is saying they have proof that the Obama administration like committed treason and all this, and now they're saying they're going to prosecute.
I did
Curious to
not.
see how that plays out. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff about that.
Did you happen to see or hear where our very own Daddy Andy is talking about running for the next presidential election?
Yeah.
No, I saw that coming though. The way he was acting during this last election, I thought, man,
Oh
he's
yeah.
going to run. He's
When
going to
they
run.
when they didn't tap him for VP, it was clear that's their goal in this next election cycle. He's
I'm
going to
just
be their
saying,
candidate.
Well, he's already
if
used this big beautiful bill thing to absolutely dog Trump in every possible way he could. And even
Oh yeah.
The Kentucky Board of Hospitals was like, this is not what you're spinning it as. Like, we completely support and endorse this bill. And he's like, no, they're going to close all Kentucky's hospitals. And they're like,
See,
no, we're not.
I was telling people like a month ago, it's fear mongering. That's all it is. And both sides are guilty of it. The problem.
I'm just saying, I'm not a huge Andy Bashir fan, but
No.
if he runs for presidency and doesn't offer a signed pair of Andy cowboy boots with his name across the bottom for his constituents, I will be very upset.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his either.
And his theme song has to be "You've Got a Friend in Me."
Yes. That has to be the very
His
first,
slogan,
the very,
campaign
the,
slogan.
the very first ad they put out for him. It has to be playing in it somehow. It has to be a
Opens up like
Toy Story
he's
ad.
he's bouncing in front of the big painting from the, from the first Toy Story, and he just looks at you and is like,
Wait, don't say anything else. We have to call his campaign manager and pitch this immediately. We're going to be rich.
I mean, they're at least going to get some votes just for that.
You're right.
yeah. Back when they first dedicated all the new housing in Wayland after that big flood had occurred, what was it, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Our father actually reached out to me to ask if I got to meet him when he came and did that, and I was at work during that. I was like, no, but it's probably a good thing that I didn't because I would have had some questions he wouldn't like.
Well,
It's like,
that's
what do you
like,
mean? I said, well, he keeps touting how good the economy in Kentucky is now. But for those of us who have actually continued to work since the COVID 19 lockdown and stuff, a lot of things have gotten harder to pay for, and a lot of things have gotten harder to actually be out and be able to go out and do and stuff. So the economy isn't getting better for the working class. I said I'd also ask how he can tout all these improvements in healthcare and stuff, but Instead, our overdose rates in Kentucky are on the rise because of programs he's implemented about giving away free Narcan, but increasing rates on stuff like insulin and everything.
I think it's
And our
just a more modernized version of his daddy.
yeah, our dad was like, yeah,
You
might
know,
might be a good thing that you didn't meet him then.
I'm
We
not
should just
gonna
call him Little Steve.
I'm not gonna spit hate at local politics, but I will say, and I'm hoping you guys have seen this video. It was just put out yesterday, I believe. But there is a subdivision that they're building in Prestonsburg. This has been in development for 5.5 years.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
And I know that because I applied for it 2 years ago. And I still have yet to hear back either way. But they just did their groundbreaking ceremony officially. And
Wow.
this local politician is all over Facebook like, we're saving residents of Floyd County. And I'm like, are you? Are you really?
Floyd County
Because
is one of the most politically corrupt counties.
you have an entire subdivision and you have approved 4 homes. In 5.5 years, you have approved the building of 4 homes, but you're going to save Floyd County.
You're on
So in
fire.
5.5 more years, they'll have 10 people.
And that's just
Yeah.
that's just the approval to build. They haven't even actually started building them yet. Because whenever I applied, she explained to me where it was, and I was like, I'm gonna drive by and see what these houses look like. I'm gonna see if it's like the ones in Prestonsburg or whatever. It's just a big old dirt field with pipes sticking up out of the ground. That's all it is.
Wow. I can speak firsthand because like I seen some of the corruption myself when I worked with the sheriff's office. So I mean, I would not trust any politician in Floyd County, whether it's ones that I have known personally before they got into politics or not, just because that whole place is a mess. It's just a mess. I don't trust them.
They run off the good old boys system.
Yes.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
And I got to meet Andy Bashir before he became governor, back when he was the attorney general. And he had an office down there in right there as you're coming into Prestonsburg. It sits on the corner. It's kind of an obscure little building. Usually at Christmas time, they're the one that put the big manger scene out. It's right there at the intersection where you have to turn left or right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that building there on the right is it was his office at one time. So I got to meet him then, and like within the first 5 minutes of meeting the guy, I was like, man, you're just another version of your daddy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna mention any names, but if this tells you anything about Floyd County politics, this has been several years ago, but this is actually technically part of our family that this happened to. There was a sheriff who was running for re-election. Again, I'm not mentioning names, but it's not the current one. And this this person had put up a elect so-and-so sheriff, and it was his running mate. It was not the one that was running for re-election.
Yeah.
And he knew him personally, so he called him and he's like, hey, why don't you take that sign down? And he was like, no, I'm not going to. And it wasn't he said, all right, I'll remember that. And it wasn't 2 hours later, he was being arrested on a child support case from 7 years ago.
Wow. That's the good old boys for you.
Alrighty. Do we want to get into Quester's questions today, or do we want to save them for whenever Medic can get on?
I'm good either way.
Yeah.
What's that? I do have a question for Taco.
Go for it.
So Taco, would you rather, for the rest of your life, would you rather be constantly annoyed by a fly that cannot die, or have a really itchy bug bite in a randomly obscure place on your body for the rest of your life, forever?
Gonna go with itchy bug bite.
Okay. What's your reasoning for the bug bite?
Well, the fly just in and of itself would be too much on me,
Yeah,
and
we
everyone would
said the
think
same
I'd be
thing.
insane.
I
The
asked
noise
Napkins
of it
this
and
before we
everything.
went live.
It ain't even the noise, bro. Like, I have one fly, one singular fly that hangs around this stupid desk, and every time I sit down at this computer, it starts aggravating the crap out of me, and I cannot take it. I thought I killed it earlier, but I didn't.
So you have this fly that doesn't die.
I do. I'm living this nightmare. This is straight nightmare fuel, and I'm living it. Every time I sit down at this computer.
You go to sleep and have a dream that there's a knock at your door, and you go to open it, and it's just this giant fly.
Flies
You want to play some games today, bro? No, I don't.
I agree. Flies are immortal. Can't stand them.
So if y'all
And
see
they
my
throw up everywhere they land.
my computer and desk for sale on Facebook Marketplace, just know that the fly won.
Let's play a game.
All right, I guess we can get into these questers questions, and then we can also read them the next time Medic's on here, because we're only at 36 minutes. Like I said at the beginning, this episode's probably going to be relatively short. Just but
stupid weather.
we'll do what we can.
Aliens.
Oh, before you get into the questions, I don't know if anybody saw the other night. I started a playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time.
I saw that, but I didn't get to watch it.
It's interesting so far. I didn't really do much, but gameplay wise, it's pretty solid. It puts you in the mind of the really in-depth style single player RPGs with action elements.
I have the option to download that for free, and I was
then,
wondering if it was any good.
I've liked what I played of it so far. Apparently, as you go, you can like get better vehicles and possibly even change your housing and everything.
We still
You
need to do a
choose.
Warhammer stream.
We do. We've got to try that sometime. I've yet to play any of it.
I'm down when you are. You just
And
tell me
then,
when, baby.
Anybody who's checked our YouTube channel recently knows I also started a solo play of Red Dead Redemption 2.
I played that for a little bit and got about halfway through it, and then just never picked it back up.
Well, I tried to do the editing myself and realized there's a reason that Medic is a much better editing source than I am. Took me nearly an hour just to clip the beginning and end of the video. So, yeah.
I think I've decided that when I get the ability to actually stream, I'm going to go back and do the Ghost of Tsushima again, just because that's such a fun game.
Sushi Ghost.
So I'm gonna go back and beat Sushi Ghost again, and hopefully by that time the second one will be out. I think it comes out in October.
Yeah, it's another game in that same vein. It's called Ghost of something.
Yoti.
Hey, Taco, check the
Bye.
back end chat, and how do you pronounce that?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Okay.
Yeah, it popped up and I couldn't help myself. I just went ahead and said it out loud. And that's the closest to the accepted pronunciation of that.
Well,
name.
I'm getting into that. I'm gonna go ahead and read this first question because that's where it's mentioned. Jimmy listens from Arizona on Spotify, and he says, "Have you all heard of a game called The Mound Omen of Cthulhu? I have seen advertisements and I looked up a trailer, and guys, it looks totally crazy. You should look it up. I want to know if this is a type of game you all would like."
We have actually talked about that one a little bit in the last few weeks. Medic found it on Facebook, sent it to me, and it wasn't long later. MoonPie sent it to us as well.
Yep,
I
that's the
did end
same
up
one.
looking up the trailers for it. It does look crazy, and it is a game that I would be interested in all of us playing together because, sort of like Demonologist and other games like that, each individual player experiences different things at the same time.
That's what I thought was
So,
so cool about it.
so like if we were to all get on there, Napkins might have nothing going on whatsoever around him. MoonPie might be seeing all sorts of crazy stuff, but not hearing anything weird. And mine may just be completely different audio from both of them, but my visuals be completely the same as Napkins. And then Medic could be over there like in a completely different world, nothing the same whatsoever.
I'm thinking it's going to be fun.
I'm
We
gonna
need
have
to
to
set
look it
that
up
up.
because I don't
Oh,
know.
it looks like it could definitely be a insane one.
I think it's
think
4-player.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was either 4 or 5 players.
I don't know. Oh, before I forget, so August is quickly approaching, and I'm going to need one of you guys to score me some Paw Fruit L8. He offered me a Paw Fruit.
Well, so far I don't know if I'm gonna have the PTO time to attend camp meet, but I am gonna try and get that pop-off fruit L8.
That will
Um,
be amazing.
I'm hoping it's gonna be good, and I'm gonna try and stockpile some of it for myself.
Hey, if you didn't know this, the Sam's Club in Lexington has a special deal with L8, and you can get the big, huge cases for like $13 of the glass bottles.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
And they usually have, every time I've been in there, they usually have whatever seasonal flavor it is, and then regular and sugar free.
What about the Roxy-Cola? Because I actually like that pretty good too.
They had that, so I don't know if they still do, but I know when last time I was there to pick some up was right when they had the Roxy-Cola re-release, and so we got a case of that, and then I got 3 cases of L8. So
Um, what I'll have to do then is in August make a special trip there, just stockpile just L8 of different kinds, and possibly Roxy-Cola if I have to stop at the gas station in Winchester to get the
just
Roxy-Cola.
just go over to the factory. Just back up in there and be like, okay, look, listen, this is what I need. Fill me up.
Let me explain something here. I'm part of a pretty cool podcast.
By the way,
this
have
is a
us
random,
sponsor us.
really, really, really random side topic. But would it be unethical to rebuke a patient?
I say go for it.
Well, let me
Open
tell you.
rebuke is better than secret love.
Let me set the scene for you. Okay.
Uh-oh.
The first night that this patient comes in, we go in.
Ninja likes the straw melon. That's Amanda's favorite too.
It's all right.
I don't care for it.
So the first night this patient comes in, we go in to get just a second. Okay. We go in to get the new admit blood work. And you know, she's pretty sweet. She's praying and she's like, but under her breath, under her prayers, I'm catching some of the stuff she's saying, and she's like, I rebuke those ambulance drivers in the name of Jesus. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, Lord, bless this staff, but I also rebuke this staff in the name of Jesus. And I'm like, okay. It's a little strange, but okay, to each their own, whatever. So I do my thing the rest of the night. She's fine, you know. I mean, every time we come in, we're like, hey, gotta get some blood work, and she just starts praying. Which is fine. That's totally fine. I get it. Well, last night, before day shift leaves, they're like, hey, did you guys have to stick this room? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, she have multiple personalities when you were in there? And I was like, No, she was just praying. And they were like, well, for the sake of the story and HIPAA laws, I'm going to call her Tootie. That's not her name, not even close to it, but that's just what I'm going to go with. Okay. And they're like, we went in to get Tootie's blood, and we're like, hey, we're here to get some blood. And she's like, okay, no problem, and reaches out her arm. And then they said we touched her arm, and she turned her head to the opposite side and said, Tootie has to get blood work. Tootie's on the 9th floor ICU. Tootie has to get blood work. Tootie's at the 9th floor. And then she turns, looks at them, and says, it's my blood. You can't have it. It's my blood. You can't have it. Tootie has to get blood. Tootie's in the ICU. You can't have my blood. And I'm like, okay. It's a little strange, but okay. So we go to get her blood later that night. And we go in, and I'm like, hey, honey, I'm here to get blood. And she instantly starts, and she's just, I ain't even touching the lady yet, and she's, oh God, oh Lord. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like somebody flips a switch, and she deepens her voice, and she's going, get away, I'll cut you, get away, I'll cut you. And just, I mean, awful stuff. I mean,
I'd fast and pray before
and
you
it
go
was
back in that room.
it was to the point that I had to step out of the room because the stuff she was saying was so random and off the wall. I couldn't help but laugh. I mean, I was trying to be serious, but I had to laugh and step out of the room. And the nurse is like, what's going on? I said, all I said was we had to get blood work. And she's like full on demonic possessed in there. And he goes, well, I knew we should have called that priest earlier. And I said, what? And apparently on day shift, before she started acting like she had multiple personalities, she told the nurse she needed to talk to a priest.
Wow.
And I was like, you don't mess with that. That's bad juju, bro.
Yeah, I'd
And
be fasting and praying before I went back in there.
he even went in there, was trying to calm her down, and she was like screaming and cussing and going on. And he comes back out of the room. He goes, give me a second. And he calls the doctor. He said, listen, she's tripping balls. I need some Haldol. And I was just like, he goes, give it about 20 minutes. She'll be asleep. And I'm like, okay, we'll be back. But yeah, I was like, how unethical would it be if I was to just look at her and be like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now sit still.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Invoke the name of the Lord.
All right. Let me get caught up here on my back end chats from AVN.
Oh yeah. How dark it looks at Taco's house. What did he clip? What happens if I click that? I'm gonna click it. Oh, he just hacked my computer. Just kidding. That's great. Can we get that as a ringtone? Hear the word.
She was going, I'll cut you. I'll cut you. And I was like,
Need a remix. Oh, that'd be great. You should
All
work on
right.
that, Sleeping Ninja.
The next question comes from Tex-Mex87 in Ohio.
Ain't no
And
Tex-Mex in Ohio.
he addresses this to everyone. He says, what is up, guys? I'm new here and I've been getting caught up. The idea for a monthly stream with everyone on, even if it isn't playing a game, sounds awesome. Do you all get along with co-op games? And I'll say yes.
I would say yes. I mean, I've only got to play once and actually stream, so I'm new here too. It's okay.
he's new old blood. So
New old blood, old new blood.
old new blood. Yeah, there we go. I want Taco to come back before I ask this next one because it's gonna be a doozy.
I don't
feel
even know
like.
where he went.
I don't
I got
either.
a notification on the back end, but nothing came through. So
Oh, are you in the right channel?
I don't know.
There's 2 channels on the back end. If you look at the bottom, there should be 2 tabs. One says Beyond the Quest, one says On Air.
Yeah, all he said was BRB.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was in the wrong channel.
I figured, honestly.
Well, now my question is, where did Tex-Mex get his name from? The only Tex-Mex I've had in Ohio that I liked was from Chewy's.
Well, maybe that's where.
Oh, Chewy's is so good. Their
I'd-
creamy jalapeno dip.
I've only ate Chewy's one time, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a fan.
Where did you eat Chewy's at that you didn't like it?
Lexington?
Wow, I'm shocked. I love Chewy's. Their tres leches cake. Oh man, so for Amanda's birthday last year, we actually ordered an entire tres leches.
I don't know.
Barely. I feel like I need to holler across the Great Divide.
I said, what did I say? Oh, I said, don't get me wrong. It wasn't that it was bad. It just wasn't anything special. It wasn't all it was hyped up to be.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Their shrimp tacos or their fajita salad. The tres leches cake is my favorite though. That's what'll bring me back every time.
I stepped away to get a snacky snack.
So let's talk about food.
Yeah, got me hungry.
Now I kind of want Chewy's.
Your wife does too.
Okay, Mander, let's find a Chewy's.
I would almost bet that there's none in Florida.
Actually, there's 2 that I know of.
Bless you.
Thank you. The only thing is, I think they're both like an hour away. We ain't got time for that.
Road
we got
trip
church tonight. Oh, they're closed. They don't open till 11. Let's see. This one is. Okay, there's one 8.8. Oh my gosh, there's 1, 2. Oh, they're corporate home office. How does that work? Is it in Orlando? I thought they were based from Texas.
Guess
I'm
not.
so confused right now.
We're talking about Chewy's. Most overhyped Mexican.
I've only
It's
had it
not.
once.
It's Tex-Mex.
It was good. Not something I would necessarily go out of my way for.
Thank
You
you.
guys really just
Pooped on your parade.
bend me, hurt my feelings. I love Chewy's. I love their creamy jalapeno dip and their tres leches are my favorite things. Yeah, there is one 8.8 miles away. It says, but 8.8 miles in
That
Kissimmee
traffic.
and Orlando. Yeah. Oof.
All right. So I specifically saved this question till you came back, Taco.
Okay.
This comes from Faith Pulse, and he addresses this to everyone. And he says, if God assigned your spiritual gifts like Hogwarts houses, what would the 4 houses be, and what house is everyone in here?
Question.
Okay, so intelligence is clearly still going to be Ravenclaw, because that's their whole thing anyhow. I'm going to say discernment actually be Slytherin, though.
I think so too. Wise.
Wisdom, I'm kind of torn. You know, on the one hand, I lean toward putting it in with Ravenclaw as well, but I could kind of see ways you could argue it even for Hufflepuff or Slytherin, either one. I don't know. Can you think of any others there, MoonPie?
I don't know. See, I was kind of on the fence. I would have thrown wisdom and discernment, both in Slytherin. I think.
Okay.
I just I don't know why I keep thinking of that Bible verse, to be wise as serpents, gentle as doves.
Okay. Fair
So,
enough.
are you supposed to pick? Did he want? Did he want? Did he want him to pick, like
So,
which?
yeah, the
Which
question
house?
is to divide all the spiritual gifts between the four Hogwarts houses, and then what house each of us would fall under based on that. Right?
So what would you rope in?
I'm going to read it again.
Gryffindor.
It says, if God assigns spiritual gifts like Hogwarts houses, what would the four houses be, and what house would everyone be in?
Oh, so you would pick
So
the
make
houses.
our own house?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Okay, well, let's make up some houses for the spiritual gifts then, MoonPie.
You got to do one.
four
I
houses.
feel like you have to do one. Like one has to be like lion fang or lion claw or lion something. Lion of the tribe of Judah.
Just line. It's
Okay,
the
we'll just call it
lines.
lion.
The
It's just the
lines.
lions.
Lined
Then we
in.
got the lambs.
The lions and the lambs, and then we got the sheep and the goats.
No. The other two, I think we would have to go with serpents and doves.
Serpents and doves. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
So that's our four spiritual gift houses: lions, lambs, serpents, and doves.
Oh my.
And what house would everyone be in?
I think we have to kind of give some overviews on what the houses are then.
Okay, so my guess. I would think you would rope wisdom and knowledge and discernment into the same house. You think?
Yeah, I could see how that would work.
So which house you think? Serpent.
Yeah, we might as well, since that verse is what inspired the house name. Okay, so would we go with lamb or dove for healing?
I would say lamb.
Okay, lamb for healing,
healing.
and dove for faith, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the others that we're forgetting here now?
So would you throw miracles in the faith?
Tough call. Yeah, I
Where
would
would you
probably
put-
do that.
Where would you put tongues and interpretation of tongues?
Yeah, I think I would put that with faith more.
Okay.
And I would probably do miracles with healing then.
Okay, so throw them in the lamb. We're forgetting a house.
Line.
Line.
We've yet to assign anything to line.
Oh. Prophecy. That's the one.
I feel like at
everybody
this
looks at.
point I need a big whiteboard so I can keep up.
Yeah, I think that's our problem is we are trying to do this all mentally. We can't actually see it in front of us.
I would throw prophecy under the lion. I mean, okay, so Revelation 19 tells us that the spirit of prophecy is the testimony of Jesus. And, so he came as the Lamb of God, slain before the foundation of the earth, but he's coming back as the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the King of Kings. Prophecy? Am I making a good case to put that over there? Maybe?
Sure.
I don't know what else you'd put in there.
Like, you're talking about this, but all I can see is the meme of Charlie from Always Sunny with
Yes.
the big board and the strings.
Aliens!
Aliens.
It's all a conspiracy, Mac. I figured it out. I've solved it, Mac.
I've not watched that show in years, but my favorite episode, hands down, was Frank's Little Beauties. We don't diddle kids.
That's what I was.
Why
We
you
don't
doing
diddle kids.
Why didn't nothing is gonna make people think you diddle kids more than singing a song about not diddling kids.
I still love just the one scene that I love more than any is the one when Mac and Dennis are having the debate between the argument for God versus not God. And
I don't know if I remember that one.
Mac gives his big argument toward the end of where he's like, "So you're telling me you don't trust the Bible because it's a book written by men? Well, what about science books? They're books written by men." And Dennis is like, "Yeah, but they're scientists." And he's like, "Huh, interesting, because scientists used to say the earth is flat." And then he's slapping stickers up, "Science is a B." And he starts going through like very famous things that scientists used to argue was true, but turns out to be wrong. And at the end of it, every one of them are kind of like, I'm sorry, Dennis, but Mac makes a point. I'm kind of thinking there may be a case to be made here." Like, his whole argument was just science was wrong at these times, nothing else. But
I
that
don't
was
know.
enough for the entire gang to be swayed.
Still, one of my favorite things from the whole series is Nightman.
Champion of the sun.
Master
If
of
you want-
karate and friendship for everyone.
If you want to get the boy's soul, you got to pay the troll toll.
All right. This next one does not have a name.
The musical scene. Bedroom. Oh, it's horrible.
He's a
Okay.
cat.
I got to pull it back together.
All right. This next one does
You're
not have a
missing.
name. It is addressed to everyone, and it says, if you had to ride one animal into battle, but no horses are allowed, what's your pick?
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm wishing.
man.
Can it be
Yes.
a mythical animal?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Can it be mythical?
No, let's go ahead and keep this restrained to real world. So
Real
you have
world,
to be
okay.
creative with it.
I'm gonna go with. I would have said a polar bear, but I think I'm gonna go with. Yeah, everybody thinks polar bears are cute and they drink Coca-Cola, but that's like the most dangerous. They just eat you. That's all polar
Yeah,
bears do.
they're almost the same size as a grizzly. Uh, they're roughly equivalent. Like one's essentially brown and one's white.
And
That's the
more,
way that they
and polar
break
bears
down.
are more aggressive. That's the crazy thing to me. Like
I think I'm
you
going to
can't play
go.
dead.
I want to answer. I've got my answer in my head, and I'm going to go with a lion.
Okay.
Mm,
Why would you
Or
say lion? Let's hear it. What you
or
got?
an elephant.
That'd be kind of intimidating.
I mean,
'Cause-
it's been done in the past.
An elephant can just step on you. And it's very hard to kill an elephant.
Warlords out of India invading into China used war elephants as mounts, and then what was his name? The one who invaded Rome and like sacked Carthage. He did the same thing. Uh, led them over the Alps to do so. Like, think about that. An army invading Rome led war elephants over the Alps to invade Rome.
I don't think I would even have fought them. I would have just been like, okay, you guys win.
You all are tougher than us. Never mind.
I'm out of here. I think I
Oh, y'all
would
want gold?
choose. I would choose a hippopotamus, and I would want Oscar Isaac to follow behind me with like a little lute singing his song. Hippopotamus. I'm fat, but I'm dangerous. If you get too close to me, I might bite your feet.
I mean, they are actually one of the most aggressive animals out there. People
Well,
don't realize that about them either.
Be right back.
They got a little bit of speed to them.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and they can go in water or on land. Right?
With that thought process, I'm kind of leaning toward crocodile.
See, I think that, but how would you? That would be hard to ride. It's so close to the
No,
ground.
no. See, the saddle would have to go like from right behind its head back, so you're more laying on it.
So you're just laying on this crocodile.
Oh yeah, you got to dress like Superman too. So when it's like running or swimming, you got a cape flying behind you.
Oh, that's good.
That
I wish, please, Sleepy Ninja, can you screen capture this?
Dadgummit, it flew away.
I'm hunting flies.
Thought you were looking for a sniper.
It was there. And it
Yeah,
flew
so-
away.
I don't know if I would go with crocodile or
But I'm ready for it.
I would also be tempted to go with a giant sea turtle.
A giant sea turtle. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You know, one big enough you could ride.
Oof.
How about he make a sound?
Let's see. Hippos can run 19 miles per hour,
Woohoo.
and they can swim. Hold on. 5 miles per hour. I mean, I feel like that's still pretty good speed. For as big as it is.
What is that like? 2 knots?
All right. Speaking of which, that brings us to our next question from Faith
There it
Pulse.
is. Got the fly swat.
Oh God. From Faith Pulse, if a fly loses its wings, is it now a walk? And I will tell you, if a fly loses its wings, I am torturing it for the rest of its life.
Good lord.
Jeez.
Specifically, the one that is haunting my desk.
Napkins will have this little fly strapped down with itty bitty pieces of tape and a magnifying glass, like a mean kid on an anthill.
No, he's going to reenact the scene from Reservoir Dogs. He's got just a straight razor walking around dancing at the fly.
Like a scene out of Dexter.
I need to go get me one of those sticky fly traps. You right.
Next Monday, there'll just be this big line of those little sticky tapes.
Instead of a backdrop, it's just fly traps.
Just a wall of fly traps.
Faith Pulse says your tongue is always touching something in your mouth, and now you are very aware of it.
I am. Thank you for that, Faith Pulse. Wonderful.
Have you,
It's like becoming aware of breathing and blinking.
have you done a shout out to AVN yet today?
I have not. Way to call me out live on the air. Appreciate that.
Rude.
I think MoonPie needs to because thanks to them we can actually see and hear him today.
Yeah. Yeah, put me on the spot.
Have you heard of AVN?
Who's that?
AVN?
Angry Vet Nation.
That
They help-
sounds interesting.
They're here to help build a community of brotherhood or sisterhood. What do you call it when it's both?
A family.
A family, a community family of first responders and veterans to help you get into the streaming and gaming world.
Wow, tell me more.
AVN doesn't just help you get into the streaming world, but they want you to know that you're never alone. So if you're struggling with mental fatigue and you need to talk to somebody, AVN's there. If you want to build your band of brothers and or sisters or both, and you want to get into the gaming community, they're there. So go to avn.org and check them out today. But make sure you are a veteran or first responder.
Pretty nice. I like that.
And
Right
Chad-
there.
Chad is the man.
Chamey.
Jamie.
Jamie, I am going to write an ode to Chad. I've made my mind up. I was working on it last night, but I didn't get it done. So,
Oh, to Chad.
oh, Jamie. Started out in tech and now he's here. Amy. He went from
Yeah,
technical.
angryvetnation.org.
Because avn.org does not exist.
angryvetnation.org. We fixed it.
There you go. I gotta ask you, MoonPie, when I said the I'm interested line, did you also immediately think of the Book of Mormon musical?
I did.
Yes.
I said it, and immediately that flashed into
That's
my
why I
head, and
started
was like,
laughing.
huh, I don't think that was what I was going for, but it kind of fits.
You mean the Bible's a trilogy and the Book of Mormon is Return of the Jedi?
I'm interested. Making things up again, Arnold.
I love how our viewer Sleepy Ninja's the one calling you out on your mistakes.
I know. To be fair, that's your job.
To be fair, you're the one who they gave internet to, so I don't want to hear it.
They did because they take care of their people.
They really do. They're pretty great.
I think Chad just got tired of me with my technical problems.
It's just
Chad.
like, no, I'm done with it. I'm sick of it.
Working good today. Like I said, it usually does good throughout the day. It just drops out randomly in the evening, and it'll stay down. I can usually try to reboot it and get it back up, and it'll wind up dropping down again. But for like a 30-minute time frame, it drops down to poop.
The poop.
That's
The
what
poop.
mine did last night at one point. It literally,
Poopy.
at one point, my internet here got down to, I was pulling less than 2 megs of speed. And had to restart my router 3 times before it finally started
Alright.
working.
That's just
I just want to I want to take a quick pause on the episode for just a second, and I want to address Sleepy Ninja in the chat, especially since I know who he is. Sleepy Ninja, I have a question for you, sir.
Your camera's
you're
all fuzzy.
blurry again. Every time you do that, you get blurry.
There you go.
Sleepy Ninja, do you know anything about this plume pod system that Intermountain Cable has started using?
Plume pod system? That sounds made up.
Sounds like pollution. Fungi.
So here's why I ask. As I told everybody earlier, I have fiber now. It's 1 gigabyte internet service.
He's been eating his Wheaties.
Which works great most of the time. But I have noticed something. So they put in this plume pod system. From my understanding, it's like a router with an extender or something. I'm not sure exactly. They didn't really do a good job explaining it. But if I
didn't know what it was.
If I unhook the one they put in my bedroom on the opposite end of my house, my speeds are great. I get true 1 gigabyte service. It's like 998 megabytes is what I get. If I plug up the other one that's in my bedroom, I get like 700. I mean, still good, but why?
It sounds like to me that whatever extension services that's doing actually truly splits the speeds to extend it.
Just one of those things that make me go, Anywho, back to the questions.
I'm honestly surprised that your place required an extension, though.
I don't think it necessarily required it, but it was included. So they're like, we're going to hook
We're
these
going
up.
to do it anyway.
So here you go. Routing traffic through the closest neighbor, slowing down.
I don't
Lots
know,
of
that
words.
mumbo jumbo right there.
Lots of fancy talk.
Technical hokum.
What happens when
So,
you're smart?
again, from Faith Pulse, said, "Who decided that the opposite of up is down? What if we've been falling up this whole time?"
At that point, if you're wondering that, just go to sleep.
What if the hokey pokey really is what it's all about?
I mean, I kind of would laugh and find that to be the greatest thing ever if it turns out, toddlers have
And
life
you better
figured out.
And then he
get
says, "This
turning
is my
yourself
last
around.
one. The word lisp has an S in it, and that's just cruel. Good night."
I got a lift. That is cruel. I never thought about that.
All
I
right.
can't even tell you what's wrong with me correctly.
I can write it down for you.
This next one comes from Anonymous.
From what?
Anonymous.
Anonymous?
Anonymous.
Hippopotamus.
Anonymous hippopotamus. I like it. Anywho, they
Anonymous.
they address this to everyone and they say, "Loving the show. Guys, you have something really special here that can reach a ton of people, and it doesn't even have to be faith-based per se, but a place to just be a part of in a world that makes people feel so alone is amazing. A part of something, I think is what it is.
Touching.
This next one comes from Scotty 2K in Kentucky.
Scotty.
Wait, that was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, well, thank you for the compliment, and we hope you stick around. I thought there was more coming.
This next one comes from Scotty 2K in Kentucky. He listens on Spotify, and he says, "I just wanted to say thank you guys. You guys have put a smile on my face when I thought I would never be able to again. Truly awesome what the show does for my soul. I can't wait to see where this show goes. Is there a set stream night with everyone? Gaming with you all, chatting would be entertaining, I feel like."
Well, Scotty
to
Too
make
Hottie,
one.
not at the moment, but we're working on it.
What did you just call him?
I said
I don't
Scotty
think
Too
that's his
Hottie.
name.
No, I know it was
But I
an old
remember the
wrestling.
wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
old wrestling.
It just totally took me off.
It did me too. It threw me through a loop. I was like, "Whoa,
Every
hold
time I
up."
think of the name Scotty, I think of Matt Damon singing in that movie. Scotty doesn't know.
See, it's always that or Scotty Too Hottie that pops into my head. It's one of the two.
Is he the guy that wore he had like the sun visor and wore the black
then
and
had
white,
the hair
and
growing
the
up
hair,
through
yeah.
it and kept it.
Looked like the Slim Jim from the commercials.
Yeah, he did the worm out in the ring and everything.
Yeah, that's where Medic picked up the worm.
Yeah.
All right. This next one also comes
I
from
got the
Faith
worm
Pulse.
from Scotty Too Hottie.
Faith. Oh Lord have mercy. Faith Pulse says, "I got to catch Cal stream the other night. It was fun. The dude needs to stream more. We talked about a Slim Chance guild on FF14 riding the chickens. Man, honestly, this dude seems awesome, and if he's buddies with you guys, no doubt God is dealing with that man. We need a picture of Cal riding a giant chicken like we got with McMedic on a giant duck."
That would be cool.
You know what? That would be pretty great. Sleepy Ninja, you're pretty savvy. There is a picture of Cal on our Facebook page that you can find from when we set up his entire rig and everything. I say make this happen. Let's get us an image of him riding a giant chicken. Not a chocobo from Final Fantasy. I want a giant chicken.
I'm telling you what, he cracked me up playing Repo.
No, he's a blast when you can get him on.
Hilarious.
I actually played some Final Fantasy 14 with him for quite a while last night. He was trying to help guide me to get my giant chicken mount, and I managed to do so before I got off there.
I think the last time I played Final Fantasy was on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I haven't actually sat down and played a Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy 10.
Wow, I think that which one was 10?
It was the first one on the PlayStation 2. the main character wore the yellow shirt with the black
Yeah. Okay,
like
that's the
overall
same one.
shorts.
Yep.
That one actually got a sequel. It's one of the few Final Fantasy games to get a direct sequel, 10-2, because, I mess with naming.
You know
Final
what? I wish they
Fantasy
would
11 was the first attempt at a online version. I never played 12 or
Never played it.
13. Just now starting 14. I have heard all about the backlash of 15 because apparently, like 2/3 of the way through the game, it randomly does a time skip all the way to the end of the game, like cuts out a huge section, and people got mad over that.
You
And
know what I would like
16
to
just came
see?
out.
I would like to see them make a Legends of Dragoon sequel or remake.
Yes, I've argued for years that if they're gonna keep doing remakes of Final Fantasy, where's our remake of Legend of Dragoon?
I loved that game.
It was so cool.
I
Which
might
I
have to check
do.
out the new Final Fantasy though. That kind of piques my interest.
The newest one just came out. I don't know anything about it. Final Fantasy 14 is an online one, MMO style.
Nice.
And right now, they've done their free trial thing to basically you can play the game for free up to like the original
I wonder if I can
game.
download that on.
It is on PlayStation.
That's what I was gonna say. I wonder if it's part of the
Uh,
perks.
for the free version, I don't think it's even a perks thing. I think you can just get the game and play a free account. What we have learned is free accounts aren't able to start groups or add people as friends or pretty much anything. But if you know somebody who has the full game, they can add you as a friend and they can make groups and all that. So that's what Cal was doing because he got the game last night and he would add me to a party. We would do a few things. And then I don't know if it's because mine is a free account or if it's just because it's the early major story beats. Um, it has made him have to kick me out of the party so I can continue doing the story.
So just for Final Fantasy 14 online on PlayStation, it's $20. It's not even free.
Okay, so what that is the starter edition. When you buy it, you get 30 days of gameplay for free because it is a subscription game. It's like WoW in that way.
There's no free one on here. I don't understand.
Let's see. You may
Maybe
have to
it's not.
go through their website.
Go check. Oh, here we go.
Okay, if you go to the PlayStation Store and search Final Fantasy 14 Online free trial, it pulls up separately.
Yeah, that's what I just read that on the old Google.
But yeah, you can do
Oh
the
my
free
gosh.
trial. You get up to level 70 for free.
Do you see this? Sleepy Ninja just sent this in Discord.
Yeah, it's
That's
good,
amazing.
but it's not quite as good as I was hoping for. I was hoping he would take the time to go to the Facebook and actually find Cal's face the way they did with Medic on the giant duck.
I still think it looks cool.
It is cool still. But
I need to be an astronaut on a giant moon pie.
so with Final Fantasy 14, it's different from a lot of MMOs. Once you get so far with whatever you start as for your class, you can start changing your role based on
Oh
what
wow,
equipment you do.
that's kind of cool.
So, like, I am one level away from becoming a black mage, which Vivi from Final Fantasy IX is my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. But Cal was telling me that once I get that part, if I wanted to randomly go back and be like, you know what, I want to be a warrior now, I could go and equip like a sword and shield and start all over with the warrior missions as a level 1 warrior. And then if I decided, okay, I want to go back and do the black mage stuff now, I could unequip that and equip a staff and go right back into doing the black mage stuff.
Oh.
I'm on the fence about that because I've not messed with that, so I don't know how I feel about it. But overall, I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would.
I'm gonna try to get it downloaded today then.
Yeah, if it's, I need to check that real quick. I think it's crossplay.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Give me just a second.
It is crossplay. Cool. That might be something we can all get going.
He said he'd be back in just a second.
Yeah, Medic's actually been enjoying it more than he did our attempts at trying to get people in Star Wars, so I think it might be one we stick with.
Random off the wall topic. I was gonna wait and ask you after the show, but since we have a little bit of downtime, when was you wanting to work on cleaning out that room?
We can either do it today after I go take Mama some cases of water that she asked me to pick up for her, even though she just literally asked me to do it and then told me she had just bought 2 cases. And I'm like, so you want me to go buy you 2 more cases, even though you just bought 2 cases? All right, whatever. We can either do it today or do it tomorrow,
Okay.
whichever.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get there because I'm currently rocking a donut on my car.
Again,
Yep.
bro.
I ain't had the time nor the finances to get it aligned, and that's my problem right now. Even if I was to find a tire, I don't have the money to get one right now. These deposits on this place has killed me financially. My power deposit was almost $500.
Yeah, just send another one to the Discord, and I kind of like it more for some reason.
Yeah, that one looks more like cow. Yeah, the second one definitely looks more like cow. All right. Back to the questions. This one comes from Stagmaster101. He listens from Illinois on Spotify, and he says, "Love the show and what I've got to watch on YouTube so far. I was curious, have you all considered Peak? After what I saw on Repo, I think you all would be hilarious with it."
I don't know that one.
I don't either.
Peak as in like I'm peeking at something, like Peek.
No, Peak is in like a mountain peak. Peak.
Okay. Peek the game.
While you're looking that up, the next one and our final quester's question comes from Dragon Slayer 79, who listens on Spotify from Ohio, and says, "When is the game night stream that was mentioned in another episode? Did I miss it? You all should try Peak. It could be really funny."
Oh my gosh,
We
this
haven't
game,
got one set up yet. We're working
this
on that.
game sounds amazing. So everybody's trying to climb to the top of this mountain peak to escape this mysterious island that you somehow ended up on. I really want to play it. Right now, it's only supported on PC.
So there's
as soon
there's
as I
two
get a
peaks.
PC,
Which one is it?
think it's.
I'm
It's
assuming
gotta
it's
be
got to be
the
that one.
yeah, probably the same thought process I had.
Yeah, the other one looks like it was made in the 80s. Yeah, this
Well,
could be
that's
fun.
Nature Scouts.
This could be fun.
It's only on Steam right now. It looks like.
Peak is a co-op climbing game where the slightest mistake can spell your doom. Either solo or as a group of lost nature scouts, your only hope of rescue from a mysterious island is to scale the mountain at its center. Do you have what it takes to reach the peak?
Oh my gosh, I want to play it. I got to wait until I get a PC, but definitely
Need a
looks like
hand, you'll
something I
need to
enjoy.
rely on your friends to have any hope of scaling the mountain, which changes every single day. Help each other up ledges or place ropes and climbing spikes to make it way easier for those who come after. The mountain takes no prisoners. Climb through 4 blooms on your way to the peak, each with their own life threatening obstacles. You need to scavenge for questionable food to survive, manage your injuries carefully. Every setback limits your stamina, making it harder to climb.
Sounds fun. I'm making a list, so
That
I
does
want
sound
to
fun.
do. I want to do Tiny Tina's. I want to do Repo, and I want to do Peak now.
Sleepy Ninja and I have been experimenting with the fifth day mod on 7 Days to Die. We've done very little progress on it because they dropped an update for that mod the day after he set up a server for us, and it created a lot of issues trying to get that server to work afterward.
I still think, speaking of games that I think would be fun, I still think Lethal Company would be really fun for us to try because it's essentially Repo, but it's more realistic.
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of Lethal Company. It's a sci-fi version of it. Um,
And that does it for the Questers' questions, y'all.
I definitely like the idea of trying to get MoonPie into Ark with us at some point too. I think
Yeah.
he would have a blast taming dinos.
So I've got Ark on my PlayStation, and I played it one time and could not figure out what I was doing. I collected some rocks and sticks, and then kept dying by all these dinosaurs.
Yeah, that
But yeah, I've got the game. I'd love to play it. I'm
I don't
horrible at
think
it.
Jesus,
it's
fix it.
cross-platform though.
What? It's Ark Survival, right?
Survival
Ascended?
Ascended.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. Yeah, it says it does offer cross-platform play, but with limitations. It's cross-platform between PS5 and Xbox, but between PC and consoles is temporarily disabled due to anti-cheat measures.
Yeah, they keep saying that they're going to make it all cross-platform, and they've yet to follow through with it.
It was previously supported, but has been disabled.
Yeah, we did figure out that you can kind of fudge that a little bit by your server settings when you make it, but I don't know how reliable that is to actually make it to where you would be able to join us from a PS5.
I don't know. It's
We could we could always try later today or something to see if you can join the one that Sleepy Ninja made.
yeah, that'd be cool. Like I
He
said, I'm no
made
good at it, but
he made one for us. He didn't know anything about the game, but made a server for us and tried to join me and Medic on there for a little while. Medic
chased a
was
lizard
impressed.
around a lot.
At one point, we made a raft and we were just kind of exploring, and literally out of nowhere, two sarcos, which are kind of like alligators, jump into the raft and kill us both instantly.
Nice.
And within like 30 minutes, I had all the materials, made a second raft, and took us right back to get our old raft because we had more stuff on there.
One of my problems was the internet that I was on at the time when I played it too made the server that I was connecting to really laggy. So it was hard to figure anything out other than picking rocks up.
Yeah, that can definitely happen.
Wah, wah, wah. Napkins.
Yes, sir.
I said it was your turn. We all made noises, but you just sat there. Your little crisp self.
Wah, wah, wah. We don't diddle kids. We don't diddle.
Oh, is that the same episode where he runs in and runs straight into the big support pole and busts his nose?
I believe so. Because it seems like at one point he comes out on stage, his nose is like pouring the blood. And
he gets the mortician to do the makeup, right?
Yeah, he's covered in the like white powder makeup, and then his nose is pouring blood.
Oh gosh, yep, buddy. So I started blasting.
So anyway, I start blasting.
Awkward silence.
It's such a good show.
Medic's power just come back on, I believe.
Of course, as the show's getting ready to end.
Oh. What if he just gets on here and says, bye? Fellers, this has been fun. I'm glad I was able to get back on here today.
Well, you have to now. You're officially a co-host.
Sorry about being late this morning as well.
Okay, we assumed your power was out.
It may have been. I know that basically my phone decided we're not going to do anything for like an hour or two. And then when I woke up, I, unlocked my phone. And when I did, it was literally just one thing after another, over and over and over, with the alarms going off at the same time. I was like, what the heck happened here? Why did my phone just decide I'm pausing all operations until one moment, and then it's just going to be everything all at once?
We don't hate you, Faith. We love you.
Why does Faith think everyone hates him? I'm confused. We answered your questions, Faith. I told the greeter at Walmart he couldn't see my receipt. I do that
Medic
all
would
the time.
be proud.
I just walk on. I just wave it at him and walk on.
Yeah, Medic would be proud.
My wife doesn't do good in awkward situations, though, so she doesn't like it when I do that. Now, if it's like a really old person or a handicapped person or something, I usually stop just to be nice, because at least they have a job, they're doing something. But no, when they're just on a power trip, I'm like, nope, see ya.
My thing about kidnap me. My thing about it is, if you're gonna make me do everything for my own checkout and still charge the prices you are,
right?
Don't expect me to stop so that the employee who could be running a register can try and peek through my stuff.
Well, here's my thing. If I have to go through a self-checkout, check out myself, bag myself, put everything back in the cart, pay, and then still show you a piece of paper, if I miss something, that's my bonus. I'm an employee at Walmart now.
I get wanting to see receipts if like somebody's trying to walk out with a TV or something that can't fit in a bag. But like if they've clearly been through the checkout line and you see all the bags and stuff, just let them go.
Oh, the most annoying ones are the ones who are standing right there at the end of the self-checkout section, watching everybody self-checkout, and then trying
when
to
they
do
stand
that.
in front of the little things you're supposed to walk through. I can't stand when they stand there and try to block you.
Yeah, no.
Do you feel like getting ran over today?
You have no authority.
And
step to the side. It's not
something
worth
else
your
that gets me
$12
is
an
like,
hour.
you'll be doing self checkout and you'll scan something, I don't know, like medicine or something, and it'll be like, an associate is on the way, and you'll look over and they'll just be standing there staring at you, and it's like,
And you come over here.
I need
You
you.
literally
your
have
job.
a device
You have
that is
one
telling
job.
you.
One job.
Push the button and let's go. Yeah, I think that's, and it's in their training videos that if a customer doesn't want to stop to show you their receipt, you just thank them for shopping and let
Yeah,
them have
you
a nice
have
day.
no authority whatsoever. If you try to stop somebody, they have every right to punch you in the face. I mean, they might still get in trouble with law enforcement in the long run, but they could punch you in the face, and there's nothing you can do about
You
that.
cannot detain them against their will.
Here's a
That's called kidnapping.
here's a fun fact for you. The loss prevention guy at Paintsville Kmart before it closed got fired because he attempted to stop a shoplifter that was very obviously shoplifting. The dude pulled a knife on him, so he tackled him to the ground and held him there until cops got there, and Kmart fired him for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not even their job to do. They can ask to, you know, see them to check their stuff or whatever, but they have no legal right to do so.
And like, but my thing is, he got a knife pulled on him. At that point, it's self-defense.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, I suppose. But at the same time, if the guy pulls a knife, you just step to the side. Go ahead. Go on your way, sir.
Faith is going to tackle greeters.
No,
I mean, what if you just save that receipt and you just go in and grab the
yeah, he
same
said
case of pop every time?
said he was carrying a case of pop, holding the receipt. That's it. He's like, "You're right. I didn't pay for this. I brought the paper with me, carried it in, went through the motions like I paid, and tried to sneak past you."
I mean, what's to stop you from taking that receipt back and doing that exact thing? Except for the law. I mean, the law obviously is stopping you.
What's the law?
I am not
That's
promoting
merely-
shoplifting.
That's merely suggestions, according to people.
Suggestions.
He'll slow down at a red light. Look both ways, and then go through, and I'll be like, that was red. He said, yeah, it's just a suggestion. Okay.
Too
With
many
no camera.
years in law enforcement.
Anywho, fellers. Anything else on your brain this morning?
I'm thinking I may attempt to play some more Cyberpunk later if nobody else gets on and I'm bored, but otherwise, no.
I think Texas Roadhouse makes a good steak. There, I said it.
I've not been in a long time, and the last 2 times I've been to the one around here, it was terrible.
Yeah, I don't go to the one in Pikeville.
Yeah, the
Last time I
one-
was there was a guy in the bathroom, urinal, picking his nose the whole time he's doing his business. Goes over to the sink, continuing to pick his nose, walks out, doesn't wash his hands. So I grabbed Josiah, I said, come on, wash your hands, we're leaving. We get out to the table, and the dude that was in the bathroom is the one going over to the rolls and picking them up and putting them in the basket with no gloves. And he is just like bear pawing these things. And oh, we talked to the manager, and all he said was, yeah, that's a health hazard, and walked away. So we got up and left. And that's been a few years ago, and we never went back to that Texas Roadhouse.
The last time that I ate at that Texas Roadhouse, I got a steak, and it was burnt to a crisp, and it was supposed to be medium rare. And they're like, well, every restaurant has different standards for what's medium rare. I'm like, this is burnt.
No, they
No,
don't.
it's across the board. If you
They
get
literally
medium rare,
make
it should be a
charts.
I got the fly!
center.
Napkins,
Got it.
no more Spider-Man behind you, but I like it.
There he is. There he is, guys.
Now eat it.
Ah!
I would have died laughing if he had accidentally thrown it in his mouth and started choking there.
I accidentally
No,
sucked it in.
Faith Pulse. No more Spider-Man. I have moved. I am on my own now. Got a place of my own. The only downfall, I'm like 10 minutes to work.
Good now.
I'm like 10 minutes to work, which is awesome, but I'm like 45 minutes away from all the fam. So minus MoonPie, he's like 12 hours away.
Yeah.
Where's Chad the bear though?
I shall return.
Yeah. Oh, he's got Chad the bear.
Yeah, I think that's staying in his kid's room.
I think every episode it needs to be sitting in a different place in his living room.
Just needs to continue being a thing.
Yeah, so I ate at a Texas Roadhouse. The best one I've ever ate at was in Alabama. Oh, there he is. Chad's pink. I always thought it was tan.
Nope.
Wow.
Pink.
You want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Okay.
Chad was supposed to be a Valentine's gift for an ex-girlfriend, and well, won't get into the specifics, but Chad ended up being my son's bear instead.
You know what? You could totally cut the back open and pull the cotton out and let your son get in that one day and not tell anybody, and it just be sitting behind you during a stream and just let him get up and start moving around. And it would totally blow Medic's mind.
Oh, it would be the end of McMedic, I believe.
Yes, Mander, the Oxford Anniston, Alabama, Texas Roadhouse. I ordered an 11-ounce sirloin, and they brought me this thing that was hanging off both sides of my plate. Now, usually I'm a ribeye man, but I love the sirloin at Texas Roadhouse. And they brought me this steak that was hanging off both sides of my plate. It was cooked perfect, medium rare, and they had poured melted garlic butter over the top, and oh man, it was amazing.
Did you see the pictures of the ones that I cooked with the cast iron skillet?
Yeah, I did. They looked good.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty daggone good at that.
That means I need an invite when I'm back in Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely invest in a much bigger cast iron skillet so I can cook like large steaks.
Oh,
I really want to see Chad the bear next week moving.
I'm gonna tie like a fishing line to him, and that
just
way,
pull it over here off to the side.
that way I can do like little subtle movements just to see if Medic notices.
Well, I mean, considering he freaks out anytime he thinks it's moved.
I want to do something
Just
subtle, like
just tie one arm to a
Yeah.
fishing line. Like right now, you can't see the right arm except for just enough of it to where if there was like a little fishing line tied to that and pulled it and it just moved up, like
right.
I think it would be pretty good.
Or, let's see. What if I could just tear over a little bit, and that way, whenever I lean back, I could. I don't know.
Now, see, what you do is you use the fishing line like you would thread. You
Yeah,
thread it
just
through a needle,
Get a little
and then
eye hook.
just kind of thread it through the end of the arm so that it's just barely in there. But then you run the fishing line way back through there around something to make it into kind of like a pulley situation. So it's run down to by your foot.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
you
saying.
can
Like, get
occasionally
you
just pull
So I can
on it
like,
a little.
I can like tie it to my big toe or something, and just very ever so slightly move it. Nobody would even know.
go to Lowe's and buy like a few of those eye hooks. Save your receipt, so when you get back, you can show your landlord, and you'll leave those eye hooks, so she'll take it off the rent. And then you just set you up a system of running that fishing line through those eye hooks. You can even tie it around your ankle as far as that is, because if you're sitting there and you're using both hands and you just stick your leg out, we're not going to know. And then bear's going to start moving. I think this needs to happen.
Faith, Medic streamed himself the other day. Don't remember what day exactly, but I did see him on streaming.
Yeah, he was streaming with me one day too.
His power was off when things got started on here. Apparently, mine came back on before his, and I was able to join in. And then his is just now starting to come back on. So, yeah, unfortunately, we were unable to get Medic today. My neighbor put a human-sized teddy bear by the road a couple months ago, and I literally caught someone on camera slamming their brakes, jumping out, and kidnapping the bear. I mean, you know, it would depend on the weather, on whether that was a smart idea or not, because if it's been raining and stuff sitting out there, you just brought home a bunch of mold.
Faith Poles, he says, I had his stream lurking that day, but I meant the show. Has there been an episode with the full crew yet? As far as the full crew is in like us, it has been a little bit. Like us and Medic, it has been a little bit. There's been some things going on. MoonPie hasn't had internet.
Medical
He does
issues
now.
with
He does
Yeah,
now,
Last
thanks
week,
to
we didn't do an
AVN.
episode at all.
Um,
Oh, there's Medic now.
There he is. Hi, Medic.
but hopefully,
Hello.
hopefully next week we will all be on.
Yeah, hopefully things get back on track next week and we're able to get both shows back on order.
Somebody should set a goal, and I'll write the ode to Chad. We'll have that at some point.
Your internet wouldn't come on. That's what's took so long.
Thank you, Intermountain Cable. Put you on blast, IMC.
Go ahead and blast AEP while you're at it. Legally
AEP is
upping their
horrible.
rates.
They keep upping the rates. They're trying to keep people down. They want you without power.
Well, Kentucky's Attorney General is literally suing them because they were taking the additional funding charges that go on bills that are supposed to be reinvested to improve services for whatever area. They were taking those funds from Kentucky and sending them to the areas they've expanded to in Indiana and out west.
Things that I find crazy are the fact that, like, on their bill, they have like little charges, like truck service charge and stuff.
Yeah.
Like how can you do
It'll
that?
be like a rider service fee.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
charging
flat out-
me to have somebody ride around in a truck? Seriously?
Yeah, I flat out called them out the other day because I asked them how it is that my bill for this past month was $30 more than it was last year. And they even showed me. They said, well, your usages last month were lower than they were the year before. I said, so you're literally telling me you have upped your rates then? Well, that's because of rising costs due to inflation. And I said, no. That's not the way it works with utilities. You have to get approval from state government to raise your rates on your customers.
Yep.
Kentucky has denied your applications for rate changes for the last 2 years. So how are you charging me more? I don't know anything about that. And I said, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I've already recorded what my current usage is. I know how I use my my electric here. If my bill goes up again, I'll be going not only to the Better Business Bureau, but to the Kentucky Attorney General to let them know, hey, look, they're still illegally breaking the law and raising rates because this is ridiculous. How did you all even read this usage this time anyway? Well, this was an in-person reading. And I said, really? Because the 8th, the day you claim was in person, I was home all day. AEP did not have a truck in my driveway a single time. Well, we
This
checked it.
taco is spicy.
I said, no, what you all have done is the same thing you've gotten in trouble for before of using one of those meters where you drive by and you just look at it and it's supposed to tell you. They've gotten in trouble for it because those aren't accurate.
Is that the same thing the water company got in trouble for?
Yep, the water company got in a ton of trouble for that too. They were told that they could use those to guesstimate every other month, but had to do a physical reading in between it, more or less to make sure that it's staying accurate. AEP has never done a true physical reading at this address since I've been here.
It's crazy. Medic's not here to tell us his greeter story.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I got everything put away Friday before work.
He's got grandma hid in the closet.
I was telling MoonPie before everybody got on this morning, there's not an ounce of drywall in this place. It's all paneling. So whenever I walk in every morning, I feel like my house is just giving me a big bear hug. It's so comforting.
You should start getting you a bunch of those little like Tennessee bear decorations. Do it up in wood paneling and bears. Own it.
Actually, I think I'm gonna do the living room in like a old timey theme, like westerny theme.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Wagon wheels, cowboy hats,
You send them people to the train
and a horseshoe.
station.
One singular horseshoe.
Yep. Right there where that crooked candle is hanging on the wall. One horseshoe right there.
That is an actual light fixture that is made to look like a candle.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't
somebody
know if I
who-
can.
Fancy.
Hang on.
Somebody who has lived there has really went all in on a rustic motif in his place, and he's decided he's just going to embrace it.
I would too.
So cool. All right.
Sounds like a plan, medic.
See that little setup right there?
With the like Pizza Hut light on the
Yeah.
top.
So the fireplace does work, which is cool. But
Hey, you figured out the lot.
oh, watch this. I did more than just figure it out.
Oh.
I would set up a little table under there and eat pizza there, just to feel like I
I'm
was.
thinking
No,
about
no.
like getting like an old time sign, or like like an old time gas station sign or something hanging under it.
That'd be cool.
Can you show them the lights in the grills up there?
Yeah, hang on.
That
I got.
Oh, yeah.
Let me turn them on. Hang on.
Because you talked
Instead of
about
those
old school
Longhorns.
Pizza Hut. Got to show you old school Pizza Hut vibes.
It should be a gigantic wadded napkin and a set of Longhorns.
Now see,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, he turned those on when we were there, and I immediately said, I feel like we should all be drinking out of the clear red plastic cups Pizza Hut used to have.
Yeah.
Like we should have just a giant table with a bunch of the pan style pizzas sitting there in the cast iron
I do
pan
have
still.
my
Now I want
SCG
Pizza Hut.
hats hanging up
Now,
above my
Pizza Hut
desk.
is nowhere near as good as they used to be. I'm gonna have to learn how to make my own pan pizza.
There is a Pizza Hut
do it
in
better.
Indiana that makes their own ranch, and it is stinking amazing. Like they don't use the pre-packaged little Pizza Hut ranch packets. They make their own, and it is awesome. In
Interesting.
Kendallville, Indiana. And it's like the only thing there. But did I tell you guys I got a little light up sign? It's a ghost with a halo. It's literally a Holy Ghost.
No. Babe,
find
you
it, I'll
saw
get
a
it out.
scary game neon sign at Walmart and almost got it to send to Napkins. That's interesting.
Harry Game neon sign. I don't want to see.
What if
Right?
it just said scary game?
That's what I was thinking.
a
Does it
neon
just
sign.
say scary game or?
Holy Ghost sign. Lol. Anything else on the brains?
Nothing on my brain. What about you?
I think
Who
I'm gonna get a
knows
moon.
that
Five
Freddy's
Nights-
game, the
Sound.
bear thing? You know what I'm talking about?
Five
Nights
Nights
at
at
Freddy's.
Freddy's.
I've never played that one, but from what I've seen, I feel like it would be a entertaining one to watch Napkins play.
Now,
Oh, I see the one you're talking about. Pick up today at Pikeville Walmart. That would be really cool. Hang up above my desk.
I found a place that does custom LED neon signs, and I had a quote done for a MoonPie sign.
What was the quote?
It was like $200 and something.
Yeah.
It was I had that one quoted, and then I had a Davis Ministries one quoted. because I thought
never
that would
did
be cool.
get an answer from that one that advertises all the neon signs.
That's real specific.
No, it was the one that does all the ads on TikTok of like
That's
mocking
what I
other
went
people.
through.
Yeah, I submitted for a quote from them for a Slim Chance Gaming sign once, and they never did get back with me. I want a custom for SCG Beyond the Quest. Yes, I know all of them. Yeah, Medic. That would be pretty cool.
Okay, so for both custom signs plus 5 tabletop signs and 15 keychains, which was a free gift or whatever, it would be $530 each.
No Faith. MoonPie actually has reliable internet now, but
I'll be right back.
with me, so with the new place, I was telling the guys I had went to sign up for internet service. I was going with the cable company with a security system built in because into the price because my closest neighbor, if anybody does live there, they're not good people. If you catch my drift, but I'd signed up originally for like a 250 meg package, something like that. I'm trying to readjust my camera after moving it, but anyway, it's like a 250 meg package through the cable side, the coax side, and before they come out to install it, they called me and they're like, "Hey, so we noticed that you signed up for the 250 meg with the internet or with the security," and I was like, "Yeah." They said, well, for $15 more a month, we can give you fiber and get you 1 gig speeds with unlimited data and still with the security. And I was like, let's do that. That sounds better.
Oh my.
So now I have 1 gig fiber. So my connection is a whole lot more stable.
Oh, okay.
Go
You've
for it,
got a
Faye.
question for advice. Let's hear it.
Crickets. I hear crickets.
Sorry.
We're waiting on a question from Faith for advice.
What was that?
Make it like a high, make a high at home. Something in terms of struggling, however. Is that the question?
Is there more?
Yeah, there's more. I'm assuming it just wouldn't let him type it all. Excuse me.
So once he gets it all typed, we'll read the whole thing together, I'm assuming.
Fly coming back.
Don't you speak that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
No, he needs to know.
He was a man. He grew up. I like the baby version better.
Okay, so Faith says, so been doing school to get a degree for something, been trying computer stuff, but I'm struggling. However, I got a job opportunity to install internet stuff actually, but with the hours and things, I wouldn't be able to continue schooling. Should I take it or try to finish the school stuff?
So my question is how far into the schooling are you?
That is
That's
a
a good
big
question.
factor.
I used to install internet and
That's what I was
cable
getting
and
ready to
stuff.
say. The only air of caution I'm
Both
going to
done it.
tell you, the air of caution I'm going to tell you as far as installing the internet, cable, all that good stuff. No offense to anybody that does it. Please don't take offense to this, but it is a very much a dead end job. You're going to start
there's
out
not really any moving up with that.
Hard
right.
to promote.
You're
'cause
going to
it-
start
usually
out
it's the button
installing
system.
cable and internet and stuff, and that's what you're going to do until you find something else.
Now I
More
will
than
say
likely.
I made good money when I was doing that because I would hit my bonuses super easy because you just had to, like, if they come out and inspect. Masters, there's a lot more to do. So what about what if you did? That's what I was going to say, like an online thing. And even what if you didn't try to do the degree? But I know with a lot of stuff, you could just try certifications.
Yeah, there's like the certification route, associate degree route, which would be just 2 years instead of 4. Um,
There's a lot of
and
places in the
there's
tech
a lot of
industry.
trade programs too.
There's a lot of places in the tech industry, and Ninja can actually attest to this, that they don't necessarily care as much about the degree as long as you have your certification, your A plus certification. That goes a long way. I could be dead wrong, but that's just the way I understand it.
Which it also depends too. Do you actually enjoy the computer stuff? When you say you're struggling, do you mean like you're struggling with the material or just struggling to get yourself to do it?
Also, a fair question.
CompTIA certs will get you in the door. You're trying to learn it, but you're not very tech savvy. I can relate. I am not either.
So I feel like
Kind of mediocre at it all.
now I could be. This is just my personal opinion with computers and the tech industry in general. And Sleepy Ninja, you might be able to agree with me here. I feel like it's one of those situations that um, you either have a passion for it or you don't. And if you don't really have a passion for it, like you don't really enjoy it, you don't really love it, it's going to be really, really, really hard for you to retain and learn it. That's just my own personal opinion. Like I dabbled in coding for a while, and at first I loved it, but then it got to the point to where I kind of hated it, and it kind of felt like that I was more so trying to learn a whole different language, because that's in my opinion anyway, that's kind of what coding is. It is kind of like learning a whole nother language, and I just got to the point to where I got burnt out and was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome if Medic could learn the digital art and stuff and do little animated clips to some of these scenarios and skits we've been given over the last couple months. Like us voice the skits, but he put animation to it.
I think that's something we definitely need to do, even if it's just like to just post the little skits. I love that idea.
Yeah, like make shorts out of them.
Yeah,
That could help grow our TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
be like a cartoon napkin sitting there. Hello, what do you want? Who is this? I like that idea.
I can hear all these animals singing to me.
He offered me a pawpaw fruit. I love it. All right, fellers.
I had my own construction company, then COVID hit and lost everything, so starting over has been so hard. I don't want to go back to construction. I hate my life then. Well, I can understand that. It's definitely been hard for a whole lot of people, especially that had their own companies when that hit. Um, it's a weird thing where you're trying to find something you're passionate about that you know you can actually provide and make a living at. Because unfortunately, it's one of the things that I do feel like America as a whole is struggling with. It's hard to do that with the economy the way it is. It's more like our government has tried to force everybody into select fields, and not everybody wants to work in those fields.
Did you enjoy anything about the construction when you did it?
Um,
What if we open a Slim Chance ramen house?
I just feel like whenever it comes to a career,
I
you
feel
should
like
just
Napkins would be all about that.
right. But I feel like whenever it comes to like a career or a degree or whatever, you just got to find something that you're really passionate about, or something not even necessarily that you're super passionate about, but that you just enjoy doing. Like, would I um would I say that I'm extremely passionate about phlebotomy? Not per se, but I also don't hate my life going to work every day.
Yeah, means a lot.
So I feel like I enjoy what I do. Don't get me wrong. There are days that I don't like it, but it's not because of what I do. It's just because of the company I work for and the staff that I have to work with. But I do honestly like, especially and this is just a little, I guess, side thought into my head, but nothing makes me happier whenever you go to get a patient's blood work and they're like, hey, 3 RNs have tried, the charge nurse has tried, PCTs have tried, another phlebotomist has tried, and nobody can get this patient. And I walk in there and I get it first try, and it's just like, yep, that's right. That's because I'm the best.
I'm the greatest.
I'm also super humble.
Yeah, Ninja has been killing it with the server stuff. Honestly, he may be able to help us get a lot of our ideas up and going now without it costing us a small fortune to do so.
Sweet.
Editing and digital art is outside of his wheelhouse, unfortunately. Someone find me a way to learn the digital art stuff. I'll do it.
Yeah, I will say
Online class.
super, super, super big shout out to Sleepy Ninja because he has been a godsend, and it's honestly, since he's come along and helped, it's took a lot of stress off my plate. Yeah, just like your brother, you stupid fly.
I can if you want stick people.
Sorry, I killed another fly, just like his evil twin brother.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see if he answered. Okay, yeah, I missed his reply up there. Being my own boss, but I didn't make the money everyone assumed. It wasn't a big business, and a lot of people trying to refuse to pay you. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Oh yeah.
I think MoonPie was more getting at, like, you mentioned construction, but we didn't know if that included, like, the
Like were you
wiring
actually
and
building houses or like tile
Handyman or
work? What kind of
was it
construction?
like full
Carpentry.
construction from beginning to end, or were you just doing like the building part and then others were having to come in to do the electrical or plumbing and that kind of
which
thing?
I don't know if you knew this. I'm sure you did, being a business owner, and it also depends on your state. But I don't. In the state of Kentucky, if you are a contractor of any kind and you go do work for somebody and they refuse to pay you, you can put a lien on their house and property.
Yep.
And if you go to the title clerk office and you take any kind of documentation with you, whether it's real or not, you can put a lien on anything you want to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Learned that today.
Medic missed that when we told the story about the woman who tried to steal Graceland.
And almost succeeded.
Yeah.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids and that dog.
If it wasn't for a stupid judge.
We done everything. I contracted other companies if it was a big job, like had one handle sheet rock and one handle roofing type thing. Any aspects of it that you actually really enjoyed though? Like
Yeah, like is there a niche within that you enjoyed?
because that might be the route to instead. There's a whole lot of companies out there that are desperate to contract out to
So I was gonna say maybe then you could be
specialists for
contracted
things.
out. That way you're getting paid by whatever company's contracting you, and then if they get paid or not, that's not your problem.
Yeah, like if you really enjoy electrical work and you have all of your certifications for that, you can make a lot of good money being a licensed electrician or licensed plumber for that matter. Like,
Or a house inspector.
yeah,
Building
people
inspector.
really don't understand how much trade positions can earn compared to major degrees and stuff. With the house inspection / building inspection stuff, I know there's a
Y'all, I'm about to flip out.
course you have to go through to
Flies
be
back.
certified for it, but you can even get paid by realty companies to go do
Probably the same one.
inspections.
Came back to life. I told you should have ate it.
I'm about to flip. I'm about to freak out.
Resurrected fly. You only knocked him unconscious for a little while.
You
He's
just
back.
stunned him.
Wouldn't have happened if you'd ate him. Flushed him.
Hasn't art taught you anything? You either tame it or kill it.
Tame that fly and just tie a little string around it. Just-
Sick 'em fly.
I will tie that to Chad. All right. All right, fellers. Anything else on the brain?
Not on mine. Get kind of hungry. Lunchtime.
Taco?
No, not really. I'm just hoping that we've answered Faith well enough.
We will be praying.
Always praying for you, brother. Don't forget, you can always join the Discord, or you can email us, or you can submit the forms on
Slim Chance Gaming.
Slim Chance Gaming.
Beyond the
.com.
Quest is the one I was thinking
Beyond
of.
the Quest. .org.
But if you do want to reach out to us specifically and you don't want to join the Discord for some reason, you can always go to slimchancegaming.com, and our emails, individual emails, are listed, except for MoonPie's. I don't have his listed yet, but if you want to reach out to MoonPie, it is moonpie@slimchancegaming.com.
Ooh. Don't forget our socials, including Facebook.
And just to help you out a little bit, that's kind of all of our. That'll be next week, next Monday.
Monday.
Monday. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
I hope everybody enjoys MoonPie's hair, since that's what he's showing the camera.
I gotta lean down. Let's get my setup. I'm in a
FYI, Twitch has a large digital art community, and I'm willing to bet they'll help lead you in the right direction.
There's a thought.
Medic gonna be here, not a slacker. To be
Maybe.
fair, it has not been Medic's fault today.
At least that we know of. But anywho, y'all, it's been real. It's been fun. It's even been real fun at some points.
Yeah, Medic, you're right. Sleepy Ninja's wife has a digital art channel on Twitch, and she is pretty good. And Megan got hate from Faith.
Anything else? Going once, going twice, sold. In the words of Medic, love y'all. Jesus loves you more. Bye.
Bye.
From the first light to the game's last stand, chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chance crew, come join the ride. McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. last yet. Sometimes moon pie.